Good evening, folks. It's 8:23 p.m. on the 25th day, 9th month, 2023. I'm gonna have a quick go over of some of what's gonna happen in New Zealand today, and then I'm gonna talk a bit about dust in the air, and I'm gonna just show you what comes up. Now, what we're looking at here is in inches here of rain over the next 24 hours is slated to hit these hills here that are going to start to run their water toward Opie's Tiki over here. Yeah, the Tiki of Opie over there. What a shame. Oh, it's just your 3 inches of rain as you head toward the mountains there. Remember, all that's running your way, running your way. Some say it can be worse. Yeah, but I was going with what I thought was the most accurate. Is the chemtrails are showing me where the totals are. You talk of 4 inches hitting up here in the next 24 hours on both sides. So the river's going to run wild over there. We'll see which town. Hey, Takaha, you ain't done yet. I've seen you make the news already, but I imagine everybody's going to understand this name here before it's all said and done. The rotary over here where it might run a little over that corner there. It's not going to go well here for the outlets over here at the Ragatukikia over here. Oh my God, the Tushikia over there. Oh God only knows how many more names I'm going to absolutely fry before this one's over there. Toko. I want a Toko Somare at the bay and have some Tupui in spring water. Right, so this is just your 24th, right? Because as the storm is coming up and doing a whip around now, and the wind is coming through here, it's stopping because it's got an EMF blast that's come up through here, and it's holding all your flows up. You'll see that quite plain. And over the 3 days, ouch! The amount of water it's about to deflect into these areas here is some serious totals. 3.5 inches in place, and you might wonder why I have it on inches because my forecasts have been getting stolen by paid updaters again, and I don't like that. It's a lot of water coming your way. That's what some dudes call 12 inches. Use your 3.5 inches over there coming over the next 3 days. But a lot of that's coming 24 hours from now. So I'm going to let that run a bit for you. Yeah, it's starting to show what's coming on the 10th. Just starting to. Right? You just wait. It's just one of those soggy periods of time when the pressure just ain't stopping the flows over here. Then I'm going to show you the chemtrails. Just give you a little hint. Oh, yeah, Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Look at that. Isn't that something rotten going to Belgium? Actually, this is just a shame. So I'm gonna go right back to this here and let this run for you guys. I'll let you see what's coming. Because this ain't done. I kept telling you this is an event. Yep. And the main event seems to be you guys. You seem to be front and center in the weather warfare lately. Land grabbiness is what's going on. Maybe they're disrupting the vote or the voting blocks that are going on because it seems to be quite a lot of talk going on about that kind of activity. As you can see here, some really heavy rains here and thunder and lightning over there just outside of Napier's. This stuff's butting up against the mountains. There's a lot of ions clashing together and releasing their statics towards the ground, and the ground's a lot closer there, isn't it? That squeaky noise is a chair, by the way, as somebody asked me the other day. Oil me. I ain't been oiled in a while, okay? Just give you a break. As we head through Wednesday, some of that'll calm down, but no, it is not over. This is not an overness. Nah, the system's right there. Hey, stop. Now we could pummel the north a little bit more. Have just a little bit more moisture for fucking China over there, and they're making it with two over there, and the Pukey over there, and oh God, isn't that a good name? Bonga Kawa. Ponga. I know I have. Bonga. Oh my, and they're gonna get the old Ooga Shacket down here down through this valley here coming up. It's not gonna be very valley happy. Oh, Palmerston North. Oh, I have a pummeling over there. The Kiwi speak. He's gonna take a little bit of a drink there, a little wash on the back, and so have some snow. Want some snow? Have it in a square. Yeah, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here at all. Back here, you can see that, yes, during Thursday and Friday, there was fuckery. Right, there's some more fuckery's gonna happen. Yeah, it's not a long week. It's a long week of just rain, rain, go away, come again, another day, and another day, and another day. Hey, one of them people that said they needed some rain in for their garden, and I said, be careful what you wish for. Yeah, well, it has some snow too. Somebody said they miss seeing snow, and I never get to see it in certain areas. So there you go. You got what you wish for. Now we're gonna put some cold down at some warm land, and it starts to shrink a bit, and so it also increases earthquake risk. Notice this in Turkey, like oh, and then the whamos by the tens, the smackaroos have really come to town. Ooh, ooh, like I said, two events near what to say. So you get a 3.5 over here in the steps, and then from the nothings to the somethings. Right? You got times to react, but this is like a long sustaining event. It's just a washout, an absolute washout. Wow. All the toxins that are going to be running out to sea here. Look at the gas over here. Soaked. Drenched. Yeah, that must be the bean. Somebody suggested the other day. Oh, hey, New Plymouth. How you doing? Are you hanging in there? Boy, are they running water down every side of this peak. Coming this way one day, that way the next, this way the next. I swear to God, they're going to make a swastika cloud. It's going to start spinning and make like anything we've ever seen, but it's going to hold that shape, isn't it? Or maybe I've seen something like that today. Is it possible I've seen something? I see the swastikas in your sky all the time. So let's jump over here and show you some of what's impacting your storms today. The EMF line is right through here. You'll notice the flow split. So anything coming in here runs against the EMF itself like it is a mountain to crash against to and drips its condensates down. Wham out, buckets of rain. Tendrils on tendrils on tendrils. They've got 6 tendrils coming from the north. I watched them get spit off today over here in Mimic TPW. If you look over here, you'll watch the tropics. It'll go boop, boop, boop. That side of the island and that side of the island, and this side of the island and that side of the island, and each one of those is a tendril, and they're coming your way. So I'm calculating the amount of moisture in here, which I have to say is very, very heavy. Very, very, very heavy. So I'm watching that very closely. Look at all the bombs. Look at the bombs. Let me find my keyboard here. Start rolling this. Oh, we got 22 people watching. How you doing? Look at the bomb field here. Oh, we can zoom in closer. Yes, we can, ladies and genitals. We got this. Look at the double horns over here, or baphomations of your sky. You have confirmation and they baphomate you. Look at this. Look at the chem bombs. I'm going backwards in 10-minute jumps. All right, now we'll start again. There's the devil clouds gonna form. Boom. One horn. Oh. Oh. Psh. Turns into a sperm. That was kind of the road direction for that to happen. You know, it was moving along and pew. So just to watch this one of cluster bombs going off out here, for lack of a better term. Cluster bombs, somebody throw the dice down. And then more snake eyes for us, and they always get a 7. Well, you know, when you invent the game, you don't invent one that you're going to lose at. That's for sure. Loopies over here. See the loops? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Blooping along, man. Blooping along. Making a storm. Good evening to you, best start. Good evening, Elzer. We'll show Europe over there for you. Now, this looked just like a big hand of a skeleton. Right here off the coast of Ireland. I mean, really. You got the knuckles and everything. The greedy clutches of our oppressors. Hillary's hand is coming up. Look at it. That is about as unnatural as you could get. Great people squared out here, feeding all the bombs in. All the electrics of the potentials of all those clouds are connected to each other now. My, isn't that just diabolical looking? It is. It's diabolical. Devilishness. Geoengineering is the devil. The devil, the devil, the devil, the devil. Look at this squiggle over here. Look like the devil's flame itself coming over, or the cat's tail. Did somebody run over it or something, and that's all that's left. Because the geoengineer is running down all the animals out here. Look at these cluster babes. Hang on, go back here in time. Zip. Bomb, bomb, chemtrail, chemtrail, chemtrail. See them all pointing at that one spot. Look at this thing here. You get anything more obvious? Would a comet go over there, just hover? Just condensate, never stop. It's condensation. Right? The atmosphere never ever have changed its dynamics, or it never warm up or cool down. Condensation goes away, man. Goes away, man. This don't go away, man. It's chemtralia. Welcome to Chemstralia. We get a big old skeleton hand just glutching at the land, just raking it dry, raking it dry. And boy, did they throw some dust in here. I'm going to get to that now. Right, dust. Oh, God. Dusty plasma being created like fuck over here. Jesus Christ. It's like every plane in the world was ordered to present itself. Fart over the top of these people here, from Brussels to Russell's to Amsterdam. Today they opened up a whole can. Look at this over here, Drent. Oh, oh, chemtrail, 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 chemtrail. Chemtrails, chemtrails. This is an outright stench. It's an outright stink. Gouda cheese, Spranger, Gouda cheese. It's not so delicious when they Spranger, Gouda cheese, and everything just crisscross right here. Right here. Just look at that shit. Can you get anything more obvious than the chemtrails deployed here over Europe today? Are you a chemtrail denier? Are you a geoengineering denier? Are you what I call a liar? Or you just believe everything you hear on the news? And I think if you do, well, you should just do that. Just believe everything on the news and go away. But it's not going to happen quickly, because you'll be listening to the state and standing in line, man, waiting for your custom-made jab with a barcode on it. For the first time ever. Just for you, made just for you. Yeah. Bunch of jabberjaws. Where are you now? We ain't having your mask coming back on you. We'll nail you in your own house if they're that fucking worried. We'll put a mask on you outside of your house, because maybe it'll make you feel better. Oh, look at that bomb off Dublin. Boom! It exploded and a bunch of crap came off it. Look down here you go. It's a clusterfuck, sir. Equilateral triangle right there. Yep, yeah, it's a clusterfuck. Go over here off the coast here. You got some dairy here. It's not even in dairy yet. Look at the bombs, Ireland. Look. These are chem bombs. That's not like the Welsh dragon riding over you. No, these are chem bombs. All across all these waters. Totally chemmed out, bombed out, squidged out, nastied up, toxified by the toxifiers. And another equilateral triangle of contamination, flower death over there. Center point, streamer with another dot streamer and another dot streamer and another dot streamer. And it's the biggest fireworks show in the world. We're all invited to it and nobody seems to see it. I do. Even down here in France, they had a work swimming over your wine fields and nobody's even wearing any. Saint Montague, the Lesser Le Montague. Hey, you get some Limoges there. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce this one, so I'm just going to have fun with a lot of mud there in the Bordeaux region here. What river is this one here? The Muddy River. It looks like diarrhea to me. Look at that. That's shardy skies. And now, as I go to sharding issues, I'm going to zoom over here and see sand from Australia and the various colors from your desert. And this region here puts off a lot. You'll see a lot of white sands come from here. And this pit in particular, you can see here, it's not very clear in this image. But on that day it is. So that one there has definitely got some sand being whipped up. That's a good way to tell, is to go back in time and see what clarity of the image is. And there's some really white chalky dust out here. And you see that get whipped up a lot. And as they whip up the winds and the heat this week, you're going to see a lot of dust whipped up. Yeah, a lot of dust is already on its way through that corridor of winds. You can see how it's blotted out the image between it and that red sand there. Like, I can go back in time. We'll find a really clear day. Let's see what it's supposed to look like versus today. You see that cloudiness of that image? It's probably why. And yesterday, it was a bit clearer over that sand pit, but not over this one. And you do have a lot of fire smoke as well, which I imagine you're going to be picking up black particles and other things as well. Okay, so this isn't my explanation for where the white sands come from. And even there, the blurriness of it is showing some of the whiteness of the color of that sand. Boy, is there some chem bombs in this mix, huh? Bloops. Bloop, bloops. Bloop, bloops. Boom, boom, bloops. It's a glitch, man. It's just EMF, man. You know what it is? It's a fucking sky crime. It's right before our eyes, and you ain't hiding your lies or disguising this sickness mixed for my eyes in your skies. Come on, look. Look at this center point here, like a star. Like a star. Even though they blurring it out, you still see the tendrils. You still see that spot in the center where something left the center, came out here, and then something left there and went there to there to there. And it's a absolute crime scene. And billionaires that give 1.2 to $4 billion to see how programs go and can afford a hell of a lot of fireworks. Even ones that look like the skulled Crispbones. And that's the sickness mix. And it's holding a lot of that sand. So therefore, that sand itself becomes more pathogenic to our breathings and such as in dogs, and they're going to be sensitive. They'll clean acids will form on the outside of them. Oh yeah, sure, we always get these dirty Sanchez stripes in the sky. We always have the skeleton hand clutching at the land. Happy Halloween. Ooh, boogie doogie doogie. Look at all these chemtrails going by here. Very visible evidence of your own poisoning, of the gas chamber coming to you, just like it did to Europe. When a guy named Klaus suggested a whole bunch of stuff, and seeing Schwab stickers in the sky, and I'm watching the gas chamber come to all of us, the whole world. All of us. Look at the sand here being whipped into those people's noses. Right, that's all coming from the desert over here. Sand is a big manipulator. And look at this big batch of God only knows what's in it. Today that we have out here, this will be some of that smoke from the fire here. But off the coast of Ireland, something's been directed in a plume into this. And I'm having a hard time determining that this is a plume from the fire. If it is, it's a big one. And it's hidden in this chem because there's nothing but clean air there. So what was this? What was in this? That isn't sand, because the sand would have been from down here, right? And that air is clear, it's not yellow. Now I say we've had a deployment of some kind of gas up in the upper atmosphere over this part of the ocean, international waters, and it's refracting light, giving off greens and purples that are blending in, and a big bomb of something went off here. See that big curve there? And that could have been what this is hazing off. Whatever's fizzing off of this is going downwind from it. And this is what I suspect is going on with this, now that I look into this. So you could have smoke bombs, and God only knows what's going off in this tendril. It's all pointing at a spot. And that's got a square. This one here doesn't, and it's a different deployer. Chemtrails are very real, and the trails are made of so many different things. And then the electromagnetic frequency kicks in, starts controlling the flows like you'll see here. Bzzz, the fright eddies are on. And it's off the coast of Spain and Portugal. Yep. Chemtrails here, chemtrails there, blasting the EMF here and here, controlling the flows of straits and islands so that things move in certain ways and flows happen, like they did over here in Fiji with those beams. You know, they send down two different sides of the island, one tendril, then the other, then the next one, then the next one, so they can blend it together so it keeps the dynamics of their flow turning into each other so they stir into this mix just right, and it's the clobber New Zealand. You know, this is what you guys had yesterday morning over here. You know, Takeka is not in for a very good time. No, and neither is any of these people under here. What's a good time when you're seeing stuff like this? Big blast working the water towards you, across the equator and down. What is the good time when you're seeing totals like this? You know, over 6 inches of water in the tens. And in the next 24 hours, it's close to 2 inches of water is coming in this area over here. Some places might see 3. Yeah, as I head toward the thumb. That's in the next 24 hours. You know, that's your heads up. It's the best I can do for you. And is your weather manipulated? Absolutely. It's 100% manipulated. You can't affect weather one place without affecting it somewhere else. So you have to manipulate that, then manipulate the other. Before it's all said and done, you have a totally toxified world with things running wild. Look at all these bombs here causing the rains today. Boom, 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 boom. Pow. Cascading in the rain causers. There's your catalyst that were needed. There's your storm seasonings. Have a nice winter stew in springtime. And well, no more will I be this system's whore. And when you see stuff, you gotta show it. And when you see a crime scene like this here going on over Europe, you gotta show it. You gotta show it. Or it'll go unseen. And then we'll all go unseen into our dark night. We would never realized we'd lost our freedom that we never had. It's our birthright to have the sunshine. It's our birthright to have oceans that are clean and our streams that are sweet to drink from. It's our birthright not to toxify, have rain. It is not something that gives anything its birthright, is it? No, we can't be doing this anymore to this world. It's unconscionable. And not to react fully, saying no to this going on. You tell oneness in your mind right now. If this, even if you think it's a conspiracy, if this was going on, would you want it to go on? You tell oneness right now. And if you say yes, get the fuck off my planet, you fucking parasitic scumbags. That's all I got to say about that. Be you. Be free to be your oneness with the big oneness. Big love, peace.